What's the best revenge you've dished out? My coworker Jake had this extremely annoying habit of stealing my ergonomic chair. Every single Monday, like clockwork, I'd walk into the office, coffee in hand, and there he'd be, planted in my chair like he owned it. Meanwhile, I'd get stuck with the broken chair that squeaked like a dying squirrel and leaned so far to the left, it felt like I was in a race car, drifting around corners. The first time it happened, I assumed it was a mistake. Maybe he forgot which desk was his, but nope, it kept happening. Every Monday, Jake would sit his smug self down in my good chair before our boss came in, and by Tuesday, he'd wheel it back to my desk like nothing ever happened, like I wouldn't notice. Smart move on his part. Smart, but not smart enough. I tried HR, talked to Jennifer. She just rolled her eyes and said, "It's just a chair. Can't you two be adults and work it out?" Easy for her to say. She had a luxury leather throne that probably cost more than my rent. After 2 months of chair theft Mondays, I'd had enough. So I hatched a plan. A petty, glorious plan. I drove across town to this shady thrift store that smelled like mothballs and sadness. Found the ugliest, most beat-to-hell office chair in the back. Brown leather cracked like desert sand. Back support basically non-existent. But that wasn't even the best part. I bought 4 mismatched wheels. One didn't roll, one squeaked like a dying smoke detector, one wobbled like a shopping cart from hell, and one was just straight up broken. I spent my Saturday in the garage installing them, then tested it out like a man on a mission. Every movement triggered a new kind of misery. Lean left, screech. Lean right, clank. Try to roll forward. It spins in place like a haunted carnival ride. It was a masterpiece of dysfunction. Monday morning, I got to the office early and swapped out my good chair for the disaster. Then I waited in the break room, sipping my coffee and watching the hallway like it was a live-action prank show. Right at 8:30, in comes Jake, smug as ever. Beelines to his stolen prize. He grabs the chair without even a glance, wheels it over to his desk, and sits. Screech, clank, wobble. He froze, tried to adjust, more screeching, tried to roll. The chair just spun in place. He looked confused. Then he tried to push back. Nothing. That wheel was dead. Everyone in the office started sneaking looks. Even Jennifer walked by, hiding a smirk. And Jake? He suffered in silence. Because how do you complain about a chair you technically stole? All day long, it was a musical of misery. Screech when he typed. Wobble clank when he stood. At one point, I heard him whisper to his buddy Craig, "Dude, I think this chair is cursed or something." By Thursday, Jake looked like he'd aged 5 years. He kept rubbing his lower back and muttering to himself like a man haunted by bad lumbar support. The whole office had started calling it the screaming chair, but I wasn't done. That Friday, I sent an office-wide email. "Hey everyone, has anyone seen my old brown chair? The one that makes like 7 different horrible sounds when you move? I know it's a nightmare, but it has sentimental value. My grandpa passed away in a chair just like that one. Would mean a lot if I could get it back." Total lie. No grandpa died in a chair, but Jake didn't know that. Monday morning, guess what's sitting at my desk? My beautiful, blessed, ergonomic chair, returned like a relic from the gods. Jake, meanwhile, was hunched over his desk in what looked like a brand new chair. I'm 99% sure he bought it himself over the weekend, probably to avoid being haunted by the ghost of ergonomic revenge. That chair never moved from my desk again.